Julius Leopold Fredrik Krohn was a Finnish folk poetry researcher, professor of Finnish literature, poet, hymn writer, translator and journalist. He was born in Viipuri and was of Baltic German origin. Krohn worked as a lecturer on Finnish language in Helsinki University from the year 1875 and is a supernumerary professor from 1885. He was one of the most notable researchers into Finnish folk poetry in the 19th century. His native language was German. Works and influence. Krohn mostly preferred not to write under his foreign surname, but either adopted a nom de plume or worked as part of a collective, such as the Phenomens, of which he was a leading member. Using pseudonyms, he translated many of Johann Ludvig Runeberg's works into Finnish, and researchers also concluded that he penned the Finnish lyrics for the Finnish national anthem. Under his most notable pseudonym Suonio he published poetry, e.g. Mansikoita Jarmastikoita 1856–61 and Kuintarinoita. As Suonio, he worked as editor of Suomen Kuvalehti and translated many of Sir Walter Scott's novels, such as A Legend of Montrose. Scientific work. An important contribution to a history of Finnish literature was Krohn's doctoral thesis Suomenkielinen runolisuusruosin valinaikana. Krohn was also the first to develop a scientific method for the study of folklore, the historic geographic method. This method, which is connected with nationalist understandings of folk culture, involves careful comparison of variant texts of an item of folklore to the end of identifying the original version. Julius Krohn died by drowning in Bay of Viborg in a yachting accident at the age of 53. His work with folklore and the Finnish language was continued by his son Carl Krohn, who published much of his scientific work posthumously. This work was further developed by the student Antti children. Krohn's son Ilmari Krohn became a composer of church music. His daughter Aino married the Estonian nationalist Oskar Kallis and was known as a writer by the name Aino Kallis. His daughter Helmi Krohn, also an author, married Emil Nestor Setala, later the acting head of state of Finland in November 1917, after the abdication of Nicholas II of Russia. Publications. Krohn, Julius. Carl Krohn, ed. Folklore Methodology, formulated by Julius Krohn and expanded by Nordic researchers. Roger L. Welsh, Austin, Texas, University of Texas Press. p. 192. ISBN 0292724322. E-text books online at the Project Gutenberg site. Here Kusti Wallen Johanan Matkans Arabias, and non-fiction work on the ethnographer and adventurer Georg August Wallen Maximilian Augusti Myberg. Varna Torina Montrosesta. Finnish translation of A Legend of Montrose by Sir Walter Scott.